Ever since we launched Raycast Pro, thousands of people have transformed the way they use AI on their computer. We've introduced AI Chat, which essentially brought the chat outside of the browser and closer to the operating system. And by doing that, it allows you to seamlessly get AI help for any activity from any application with a single keystroke, drastically reducing context switching and other distractions. With AI commands, you can automate your repetitive interactions and add AI functionality to all sorts of workflows. We also changed the way you search the web with Quick AI. Right from the root search, you're just a tab away from a general purpose assistant that can answer all of your questions and even fetch web results when needed. We've already covered all of these topics in different videos, which I'll link to below in the description so you can give them a watch. But in our last update that we've just released, we took a step further. We have redesigned AI Chat from the ground up in response to your feedback. There are some new features that have been requested for a while, but most importantly, a complete structural revamp behind the scenes that allows us to iterate on it even faster, making AI Chat even more capable and integrated to all sorts of workflows. So in this video, I'd like to take you on a quick tour around all of these new features, highlight some cool details, and also hear from Roy, the lead designer on this project, for some insight into the reasoning behind all of this. And finally, towards the end of this video, a little sneak peek about what's coming in the future. Window management, a core feature of Raycast that we all know and love and rely on every day. Before, the AI Chat was a floating window all of the time. It would stay on top of what you were doing for a quick glance. But now, it can be its own fully detached window, and that means it's going to respond to all of the window management commands. And you can also hide it and use Command Tab to switch to it. The floating always on top behavior is still supported and can be toggled via the action panel. People have complained that the experience of finding previous chats was a little awkward and hard to use.
There were a bunch of struggles with it. Like, people basically found that this wasn't sufficient for them to browse all their chats. It's this slightly awkward floating window that doesn't have amazing navigation.
We've introduced 3 keyboard-first ways of navigating through your previous chats.
But there's going to be 3 things, which is slightly surprising, I think, because we wanted to simplify, but in the end, we're basically adding slightly different ways of navigating.
There's a whole new sidebar with all of your chats, and you can navigate through them with the arrow keys. It's super fast.
This is like the macOS way, right? This is like iMessage. You just open it, and whatever you select in the sidebar is selected here in your chat view.
You can use Command-Shift-S to close or open the sidebar. With Command-Shift-F, you can toggle focus to the search field and look for a previous chat. If you prefer to keep the sidebar closed, Command-Shift-F still works by sliding in a floating sidebar while you're searching. A third really cool way of finding old chats rely on a classic Raycast combo, Command-P, which pops up this floating list that you can search through. The difference here is that in order for you to go to the chat, you have to select it, so it's a more intentional way of browsing. Some other design details include sidebar button on the left, a new chat button is on the top right, chat settings is now on the bottom left, and the action panel now shows up in the middle of the window when you press Command K, which adds more visibility as more actions are needed.
It's like quite a big redesign, even though from the surface it doesn't look that different. Basically, we're just making it way more robust, like creating a new foundation for AI Chat to then later, we're gonna probably add pinning of chats, which was really awkward with this type of window. We're probably going to add presets so that when you have a specific model, creativity, and system instruction, you can apply that to an existing chat, or you can create a new one from it. So if you click plus, you would be able to pick one of those presets. We basically want to also get feedback from the community to understand what is most important for them. After the launch of this, which I think is a pretty big one and it's going to be very useful, we're going to basically look out for feedback and see how people use it and what they want next. And then we're going to focus on those features.
I'm really excited to see where this takes Raycast AI, and this is just the beginning. If you're not a Raycast Pro subscriber yet, then consider subscribing so you can get the most out of all of these features, plus AI commands, quick AI with web results, the AI-powered emoji search, and a whole lot more. And finally, subscribe to our YouTube channel for more tips on how you can make the most out of Raycast.
Yeah, so here you can already see like maybe some sort of pinning icon there that is like float on top or not. And some future improvements we're probably working on is like search in chats. So you can like find stuff inside the chats, basically like a find and replace kind of thing, but then just find like you have in document-based windows. Presets. So you apply a specific presets for an assistant, or you start with a specific preset, maybe with like either from root search or from like a split button like this. This is all still sort of to be defined, a bunch of explorations, but yeah,